Thank you so much for joining me today. So we are looking at solving linear equations. Now the first thing I think about linear equations is there's normally one variable and we are looking at a straight line. So with these two questions here, the first thing we need to be thinking about is how do I find out what x is? Now because I've got brackets here, the first thing I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be expanding those brackets. So that means this 4 must times with the 2x, but it also must times with the 5. This 3 must times with the x, and it also must times with 15. Positive is a positive, so it will be a positive number. 2 times 4 equals 8, 8x. Positive is a positive. 4 times 5 equals 20, equals 3 times x equals 3x, and it's a positive. Positive and positive is a positive, and I've got a bit of water there. 3 times 15 equals 30. Now that we've done this part, the next step that we need to be thinking about is like terms. So straight away, I know that 30 and 20 are like, and also I know that I've got 8x and 3x are the same. I'm going to do it, I could do it all in one go, but I'm going to do it slowly, just so you can see. So I'm going to get 20 to go over here. So just think about the equal sign is a balancing beam. Whatever I do to one side, I must do to the other. So to get rid of this, I'm going to take 20. So I'm going to go 8x plus 20, take 20, equals 3x plus 30, take 20. So I've done exactly the same, so on both sides, which means it's going to stay equal. So then I've got 20, take 20, that cancels out. And 30 take 20 is 10. So I will rewrite that now. So I've got 8x equals 3x plus 10. Now I look at my other like terms. My other like term is 8x and 3x. Now I would like that to be 3x to be gone from this side. So all my x's are on the one side. So to do that, I need to think about, okay, how do I get rid of 3x? I have to take 3x. So I'm on both sides, 8x. I'm going to take 3x equals 3x plus 10, take 3x. If I've got 8 lots of x's and I'm taking 3 lots of x's, that's 8 take 3 equals 5, so 5x equals 3x, take away 3x is 0, so that just cancels out. And I'm left with 10 on that side. So now I've got 5 times x equals 10, so 5 times what equals 10? We know the answer will be 2, but that's because to get rid of times by 5, I'm going to divide by 5. If I divide one side by 5, I must divide the other side by 5. 5 divided by 5 is 1, so it leaves 1x or x, and 10 divided by 5 equals 2. Let's double check over on my other side. So we've got 7 in brackets, 2 take x equals 8 take x. The first thing I need to do is expand my brackets. So let's have a go. 7 is being times by 2, so 7 times 2 equals 14. A positive and a negative equals a negative. 7 times x equals 7x equals 8 take x. The next step, I'm going to be looking at all of my like terms. So to start off, I'm going to look at 8, and I'm going to look at 14. Now, I would like 8 and 14 to be on the same side. So to do that, I am going to move 14 over to the other side. So I've got positive 14 here. To get rid of positive 14, I need to do negative 14. So take 14 away. So on each side, so I'll write my question down. 14 take 7x. I'm doing take 14 equals 8 take x take 14. So now I can go through this and work this out. If I have 14 take 14, that becomes 0. And then if I also have 8 take 14, so 8 take 14, hold on, I'll do this up first. Negative 7x is left over here equals, if I've got 8 and I'm taking 14 away, 14 take 8 equals 6, so that will be negative 6 take x. Okay, once I've done that, the next step that I'm going to be looking at is how do I get all my x's onto the same side. So to do that, I am going to be thinking about, okay, these are my like terms. I've got negative x on that side. What's the opposite of negative x? Positive x. So I'm going to add an x to each of my sides. So I will go negative 7x plus x equals negative 6 take x plus x. Now because I have plus x on both of my sides, on this side here, if I've got negative x, I'm adding an x, it'll get to 0, so I cross it out. If on this side here, I've got negative 7x and I'm adding one more, my negative is getting smaller, so it becomes negative 6. Negative 6x equals negative 6. I still want x to be by itself. So straight away I can see negative 6 times x equals negative 6. So x must be 1. But let's do it using algebra to work it out. So negative 6, to get rid of negative 6 on this side, I need to divide it by negative 6. So equal sign, balancing beam, whatever you do to one side, you must do to the other. So if I divide this side by negative 6, I am dividing my right hand side by negative 6. Negative 6 divided by negative 6 is just 1, so 1x or x. Negative 6 divided by negative 6 is just 1. X equals 1. Hopefully that helps you out with solving linear equations. Please subscribe to my channel for more videos.